Round 8 of the Brasileirão is packed with amazing goals, great saves, tough contests, and lots of fabulous skills. Argentine attack, with a spectacular performance from Zaracho and Nacho Fernandez. Atletico Mineiro win in an outstanding match from Gallo. Stacking up the victories. For the third time in a row, Palmeiras scored in the last minute to beat Internacional. Defending champions win again. Flamengo saw off Cuiabá and climbed the table. All equal between the giants. The derby between arch enemies Corinthians and Sao Paulo kept the record going in the World Cup stadium. While Red Bull and Atletico Paranaense battled it out for top slot. The best player, the best skill. The Brasileirão magazine Round 8 starts now. So, come and take a look. Fluminense and Atletico Paranaense met in the Jaulinho de Oliveira in the city of Volta Redonda on Wednesday afternoon. Flu were at full strength and wanted to establish themselves in the top half of the table. The Hurricanes had their eye on closing in on leaders Red Bull Bragantino. And right on the 2-minute mark, Fluminense struck with their first opportunity. Casares delivered a superb cross that found Fregi in the box. The number 9 didn't miss the opportunity. 1-0 Fluminense. The club from here had a really good start in the game. After going ahead, Flu kept on the pressure, creating chances like this shot from Nene. A solid effort from the keeper, preventing the second. But from then on, it was all downhill for Flu. On 25 minutes, Leo Cittagini set up Hitchard with a lovely pass. The midfielder beat the defender and shot. Marcus Felipe couldn't stop the equaliser. Back from the changing room, Marcinho delivered a long pass to Vitinho. The 22-year-old found space to score a fantastic goal that put the Hurricanes in front. 3 minutes later, there was more. Nical's free kick found an unmarked Jose Valdo will increase the lead. In stoppage time, Leo Cittagini was taken down in the box by Nino. After the VAR revision, referee Ricardo Marques Ribeiro gave the penalty. Nical converted to make sure there was no way back for Fluminense. 4-1 Atletico Paranaense. A terrific away win for the Hurricanes and a result that put them firmly in the battle for the leadership of the Brasileirão. Fortaleza and Chapecoense went head-to-head in the Arena Castelhão in an electrifying match with loads and loads of goals. Fortaleza went into the game on the back of 4 matches without a win, and the 3 points were necessary to keep them in the top half of the table. Chape were in the relegation zone and still looking for their first win in Serie A. Fernandinho got the ball into the box and was brought down by Romarinho. The referee didn't see a foul on the move, but after a VAR revision, he called a penalty for the away side. Seasoned striker Anselmo Ramon took the responsibility and converted the pen with perfection. Straight into the top corner and no chance for Felipe Alves. At the end of the first half, VAR was called again, this time to overrule a penalty call for Fortaleza. But the Lions came back from the break at full throttle. On the 49th minute, David levelled the score on the follow-up after a Mateus Vargas shot. Everything even in the Castelhão. The comeback came through Hobson. Iago Pikachu found the forward in the box. He cushioned the ball with finesse and put it past keeper João Paulo to turn the game around for the home team. Moments later, Pikachu scored a work of art. After the feint that left the defender all over the place, Pikachu found the net with a powerful shot to make it 3-1. Chapecoense tried to shake things up with sub Perotti. He received from Ignacio and slipped the ball into the net, but the effort came too late. Fortaleza got back to winning ways with an outstanding performance from Iago Pikachu, the scorer of beautiful goals. A well-deserved celebration from the team mascot and the fans. Internacional faced Palmeiras in the Beira-Rio, aiming at the top 4. Palmeiras were after their first win against the Colorado in this stadium since 2016. Diego Aguirre put out his best team with the return of Kai Vidal, who'd been sent off in the game against Chapecoense. Abel Ferreira's team were also at maximum strength, with Maestro Gustavo Scarpa having a great spell in the competition. In the match's first corner, Rafael Veiga got hold of a loose ball after Scarpa's delivery and moved it forward. Davison was alert and found the net. 1-0 to the Greens in the Beira-Rio. The response from the home team came with 24 minutes on the clock. Patrick crossed and Yuri Alberto turned beautifully on the defender to shoot. A great save from Jailson. Davison found Zé Rafael. He pulled it back to Veiga, who hit a first-time shot, forcing an amazing save from Daniel. Caio Vidal got into a one-on-one situation with the keeper when Kusevic pushed him down from behind. After a VAR revision, the ref awarded Inter a penalty and sent the Palmeiras defender off. Ednilson converted with style, no chance for Jailson. The equaliser for Internacional, and Ednilson 13 for 13 in penalty conversions. Despite being a man down, Palmeiras went for the win. In a fast counter-attack, Davison found himself one-on-one with Daniel, but the keeper won the contest. Palmeiras on the counter-attack. Danilo won the contest in the middle. Davison found Danilo Barbosa with a deep pass. He crossed to find Danilo, who finished in the box. The player got his execution all wrong, but somehow the ball bounced into the net. Game over in Porto Alegre. Abel Ferreira was over the moon with yet another last-minute win for the Greens as Palmeiras put pressure on the leaders. Internacional continued to stutter. América Mineiro travelled to the northeast looking for their first win in the competition. The game was nothing short of spectacular. Dado Cavalcanti chose to start with defender Lucas Fonseca, who was back from injury. Wagner Mancini had left-back João Paulo in the starting lineup and kept striker Hebimar up front. The first half was busy and filled with goals. The visitors started firing on all cylinders and punished Bahía's mistakes. On the 15-minute mark, Juninho Valora started a counter-attack and found Rodolfo on the right. The striker sent it to Felipe Azevedo. The midfielder set it up nicely and shot into Mateus Teixeira's corner. A lovely goal from the Rabbits. 3 minutes later, America doubled the score. Defender Lucas Fonseca got it all wrong trying to clear the cross and was beaten by Junior Valora, who entered the box and delivered a stunner with his left. The former Bahia player didn't celebrate the goal in respect of his 2-year spell at the club. Bahia tried to fight back. Tassiano got the ball in the middle and passed to Rodriguinho on the left. The playmaker cut in and shot. Mateus got a touch, but the missile went straight into the back of the net. The referee at first called offside, but VAR then confirmed the goal. That was the 16th for Rodriguinho for the Tricolor. And the 3 goals in 45 minutes weren't enough. The second half was even better. Juninho Valora got the ball in the box with a free kick, and Anderson Jesus headed well, forcing Mateus Teixeira into a lovely save. But Hebimar got the follow-up and pushed it in to an open net. The second straight game that Hebimar scored, 3-1 to the Rabbits. Valora was in inspirational mood. He started another move and gave the perfect assist to Juninho one-on-one with the keeper. From Juninho to Juninho and then the net. After going into the game with only 3 goals in the competition, America managed to score 4 in this match alone. But Bahia decided to wake up in stoppage time. With 92 minutes on the clock, Gilberto got on the end of Nino Paraíba's cross and headed into the net to reduce the score. The 5th goal from the competition's top scorer. Gilberto then scored his 6th a minute later. Again, Nino Paraíba was involved. His cross was helped in by a mistake from America's defenders. Lucky for Gilberto, who smashed the ball into the back of the net. But it all came too late, and America got their first win of the championship after an outstanding display. 3 points moved the Rabbits out of immediate danger. 2 straight losses, as seen by Bahia, slipped down the table. Santos were looking for a second win on the bounce as they faced Sport in the iconic Vila Belmiro. As Mourinho was unavailable for the match, Lucas Braga was chosen by Fernando Diniz to start the game. Sport went onto the pitch with 3 former Santos players: Sabino, Nailton and Andre Ribeiro. The game got off to a slow start as the first clear chance was from Sabino, but his effort went well wide. But the best opportunity happened with 41 minutes on the clock when Heine got the ball from Andre and finished with a powerful shot, forcing João Paulo into a good save. Back from the break, another great chance was missed by Sport. Pará cleared the ball poorly, Heine started a counter-attack, but Thiago Neves got in front of the ball and blocked the shot by the away side. Santos almost went ahead with an attempt from Caio Jorge that smashed onto the woodwork, and then off Mailson, who managed to smother the ball. Game over with no goals in a match that struggled to really take off. It was back to the drawing board for both teams, as coaches Fernando Diniz and Alberto Loza weren't too thrilled with what their sides produced. Corinthians took on arch enemies Sao Paulo in the Neo Química Arena. The Musketeers had been less than convincing so far, but for their opponents, this was the worst beginning in the history of the Brasileirão. Silvinho chose to bring Matheus Vital into the starting lineup and kept youngster Vitinho in midfield. Sao Paulo were without coach Hernan Crespo, who still had COVID-19, but team captain Miranda was back in defence. The first opportunity in the game was also the most dangerous. With a free kick on the 40th minute mark, Wagner crossed into the box and Gil beat the defenders to get his header in, but the ball hit the woodwork. On the follow-up, Thiago Volpi recovered quickly and denied Matheus Vital.
Volpi once again!
Sao Paulo responded with a counter-attack by Igor Vinicius, who crossed to Eder in the box, but the striker's effort was off target. The best moment in the game was his cheeky nutmeg from Ronaldo on Gabriel. A nice dribble by the tricolor left-back. Wagner then also tried to get in on the act, in a lob that left Argentine Rigoni completely out of place. The Musketeers right-back also got involved in another important opportunity. He sent in a strong shot from a long way out that Thiago Volpi just about managed to keep out.
Thiago Volpi!
Then the away side came close. Rodrigo Nestor recovered the ball in the middle, advanced and shot from outside the box. Cássio saved it and prevented the follow-up from Victor Bueno.
Nestor tries from outside. Cássio insists in the chat for Victor Bueno. Cássio!
In the final minutes, Rodrigo Nestor and Wagner got into a heated argument and started a fight that involved practically every player on the pitch. The scuffle, almost a standard feature in one of the biggest derbies in the country. A draw for both teams, who appeared to care more about not losing than actually winning. In the coldest venue of the round, Juventus clashed swords with Gremio in the Alfredo Jaconi. Juve came into the regional derby looking to move up the table. Gremio had got off to an awful start and had yet to win in the league under Thiago Nunes. The home side started better in the game and had the best opportunity with Westclay from a distance, but Gabriel Chapecoense moved well for the save. Moments later, Victor Mendes had a good header and the ball grazed Gremio's post. On the 27-minute mark, Juventus took the lead with Paulinho Boia. The left winger recovered the ball and nailed a superb shot. Celebration time for Paulinho and Juve's mascot in the stands. And it didn't stop there. Juventus kept on top and went on the attack once again. Paulinho Boia found Guilherme Castillo in the box as the host continued to press for a second. On the rare occasion that Gremio reached their opponent's area, most of the attacks came from Douglas Costa. In a trademark move, the former Brazil man feinted and cut into the middle, but the shot lacked strength and was easily saved by Chapecoense. But despite the cold in Caxias do Sul, the temperature went up a few degrees as Rafinha and William Mateus started arguing when leaving for half-time. Guilherme Castillo's free kick found Mateus Peixoto in Gremio's box, but his header went over the crossbar. Juventus went down the left once more. Marcus Vinicius cut into the middle and finished, but Chapecoense saved Gremio yet again. In the last few minutes, Paulo Miranda got into trouble trying to get the ball back, and Mateus Peixoto stepped in. He went past the keeper to ensure the win for the hosts. 2-0 to Juventus, who flew up the table. After 8 rounds, Gremio remained bottom. Leaders Red Bull Bragantino faced Ceará in the Nabi Abichedid on a sunny but rather cool Thursday evening. Red Bull went into the game with important players such as Claudinho, Italo and Artur. Ceará had Vina and fast winger Mendoza for this difficult game away from home. The first half went by with few chances for either side. Ceará went on the attack with Marlon, but his weak shot caused no problems. For the home side, Claudinho was the one putting in the most effort, but the player had clearly left his shooting boots behind. After the break, the game improved. Ceará missed a good chance right at the beginning. Fernando Sobral went past the defenders and found space to shoot, demanding a superb save from Clayton. On the 70-minute mark, Artur cut into the middle and fired a rocket, but keeper Hitchard was on it and pulled off an excellent save to keep Red Bull at bay. In stoppage time, Kleber was sent off for a second bookable offence. But even a man down, Ceará created problems, and Calvin could have snatched the points if not for Clayton. The hosts still had a really good chance in the final moments of the game with Pedrinho, but the substitute couldn't convert. The match ended scoreless in Sao Paulo, but Red Bull remained the team to catch. With only one win in the last 5, Ceará were not happy with the sending off, but settled for a point away from home. Up next is the game between the two Atleticos. Atletico Mineiro faced Atletico Goianiense, looking for the top positions in the table. The Dragons wanted to get back on track after the defeat in the last round. Cuca put out his best players, wanting all 3 points. The Dragons wanted to surprise Galo in Minas Gerais. After a cross on the right, Mahoney got in, forcing Fernando Miguel into a spectacular save. Great start from the keeper. Hulk started a move in the middle and found Zaracho. The Argentine put it on his right and struck a stunning shot into the top corner. 1-0 Galo. The hosts were in full flight when Zaracho produced another outstanding effort. The Argentine in great form as he doubled the score in the Mineiro. The contest was all but over after Galo made it 3-0 with Nacho Fernandes. Hulk produced a 1-2 with Savarino and passed perfectly to Nacho, who was one-on-one with the keeper. But the away side kept their heads when Heather failed to clear a ball and Marlon Freitas jumped on the mistake to make it 3-1 towards the end of the first half. The action continued when Chiche managed a sweep pass to Hulk, but he couldn't beat Fernando Miguel. Then the Dragons missed a good chance. Lucao thought he was in, but Everson performed an amazing save. Hulk also missed his chance to finish the match off. Nacho put the player in a great position, but the big money signing could only hit the woodwork. Another one from Hulk. This time he took a chance from outside the box, but once again was denied by Fernando Miguel. Nearly something special in the Mineiro. The Dragons were finally killed off and Hulk found Nacho Fernandes. He struck a wonderful first-time shot to make it 4-1 in Belo Horizonte. What a game from the Argentine. A superb night for Galo and their imports from down south. Zaracho and Nacho Fernandes with a brace each gave Galo a massive win as they closed in on the leading pack. Looking to recover from the loss to Juventus and move closer to the top of the table, defending champions Flamengo travelled to Cuiabá and the Arena Pantanal. Coach Luis Fernando Lubel put Uruguayan left-back Lucas Hernandez amongst the starters, while Rogério Ceni had to replace the injured goalkeeper Diego Alves. On the 9th minute, Cuiabá's defence failed and João Gomes received the ball inside the box. He got free of the defender and set it up for Pedro to finish into the back of the net. Cuiabá even managed to get the ball into the net, but the referee said no. In the 64th minute, Flamengo's defence couldn't clear a cross and the ball fell to Camilo. He beat keeper Gabriel Batista, but the referee had already stopped the game because Paula was offside at the beginning of the play, something which the Cuiabá players are none too pleased about. Deep into stoppage time, Flamengo managed to relieve the pressure and guarantee the win. On a counter-attack, Rodrigo Muniz took off from the right and delivered a perfect assist to Thiago Maia. The substitute finished nicely to beat Volta. The strike was a bucket of cold water over Cuiabá and ended their chances, and was the first goal from the defensive midfielder for Flamengo. With the victory, the Rubro-Negros moved on to 12 points and closed the gap on the leading pack. This was the Dourados' first home loss of the season and left them deep in the relegation mire. It's that time of the show for our top 3 goals of the round. Iago Pikachu has been one of the early standout players in this competition, and in round 8 he scored yet another beautiful goal to appear in our top 3 yet again. In the 3-2 victory over Chapecoense, the player went past Leone and then left no chance for keeper João Paulo. Up next is Paulinho Boia. Juventus's recent arrival didn't wait too much time to show his skills, as he fired in a cracker that helped his team secure the important win against Gremio. Juve's forward nailed the top corner in amazing fashion. For that, he comes in at number 2 in round 8. But our top choice is from Atletico Paranaense's 4-1 mauling of Fluminense in Rio. Vitinho produced a work of art when he showed all his skills to punish Flu with this exceptional effort against keeper Marcos Felipe. Without question, the top goal in round 8 of the Brasileirão. From the amazing game that happened in Salvador, Matheus Cavicchioli was fundamental in América Mineiro's 4-3 win over Bahia. That's because the number 1 stopped Gilberto's header on the line. The keeper also had luck on his side in the previous move when the post saved the team from Minas Gerais. Matheus Cavicchioli, the best save of round 8, is yours. He was voted the best player of the Brasileirão 2020. Now Claudinho is back in the magazine, showing off all his skills. The number 10 was in a flamboyant mood and invited more than one opponent for a little bit of samba. First off was Fernando Sobral. He left the Ceará man on the ground twice with this amazing piece of trickery. Then it was Lima's turn to dance after an embarrassing nutmeg against the Ceará forward. Claudinho, owner of the best award for not 1, but 2 of the best dribbles in the round. Let's take a look at the best players and the coach who've impressed us in round 8. In goal, we've gone for Clayton of Red Bull. At right back, Iago Pikachu from Fortaleza. The 2 central defenders are Zé Rivaldo from Atletico Paranaense and Rafael Thierry from Sport. At left back, Leo Pelé from Sao Paulo. In midfield, Juninho Valora, América Mineiro, Danilo Palmeiras, Sriracho, Atlético Mineiro, Nacho Fernandes, Atlético Mineiro. Up front, Vitinho from Atlético Paranaense and Gilberto of Bahia. Our man on the bench is Antonio Oliveira from Atlético Paranaense. Sriracho was the key player in Atletico Mineiro's 4-1 thumping of Atletico Goianiense in the Mineiro. He led his teammates on the pitch and scored the first after a great run and fabulous finish that stunned the Dragons. Moments later, the midfield maestro doubled the score with yet another superb shot. The Argentine got the follow-up and left absolutely no chance whatsoever for keeper Fernando Miguel. With 2 goals and a perfect performance, it could only be Zaracho who took our Best Player of Round 8 award. Eight rounds in, the Campeonato Brasileiro is starting to take shape, with Red Bull, Atletico Paranaense, Palmeiras and Fortaleza the early frontrunners in the chase for the title. Moving down to the wrong end of the table, 4 teams, Sao Paulo, Cuiabá, Chapecoense and Gremio are in trouble and are yet to win. Arana stays until 2024. Atletico Mineiro have moved to keep left-back Guilherme Arana, who was on loan from Sevilla of Spain. The club spent €3 million on the player whose contract was due to end on the 30th of June. With the new deal, Arana should be at the club until the end of 2024. Muniz all packed to leave. Atletico Madrid have made a bid for Flamengo striker Rodrigo Muniz. The Spanish team's proposal is similar to the one from Belgian club Genk, who offered €5 million for 80% of the player's economic rights. Al Nassr from the UAE and Almeria from Spain have also scouted the young forward. New face between the posts for Juve. Keeper Douglas Cedric has checked in at Juventus. The 32-year-old player is on loan from Bahia and had spells at Corinthians and Gremio. Round 9 of the Campeonato Brasileiro has some big games across the states and the country. To get things going on Saturday, an improving American Mineiro will take on Santos in Belo Horizonte, while at the Arena de Baixada, second-placed Atletico Paranaense come up against fourth-placed Fortaleza in a battle at the top of the table. Still on Saturday, there's a grudge match between Corinthians and Internacional at the Neoquímica Arena. There's also plenty of action on Sunday. Chapecoense yet to win and face a tough challenge against Bahia. The Rio derby between Flamengo and Fluminense has been switched to the city of Sao Paulo. Palmeiras are keen to stay in the top 4 as they head to the northeast to play Sport in the Ilha do Retiro. Winless Sao Paulo have a really tricky match as they face leaders Red Bull Bragantino. To round things up, Ceará take on Juventude in the Castelhão, Cuiabá play Atletico Mineiro in the Arena Pantanal, and Gremio lock horns with Atletico Goianiense in Porto Alegre. That's it for this week. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of the toughest, most exciting league in the Americas, and we'll be back next week with more action from the Brasileirão.